Alright, so I'm out here in our garden. I thought I'd bring y'all along and show you what we've been doing. It's been a while since we've done a video. During the summer, we really don't harvest that much. We just let everything go and harvest what we can get through the summertime. It's very hot and really the most difficult time to really try to even grow anything here in Texas. So I don't really grow much. We just let it go and harvest whatever we have out there, and we'll show you what we've been growing on. Behind us, it's fall now, finally starting to cool down. It's been a much warmer fall than usual, so let's just show you real quick what we've got growing on behind me. I'm recording this on my iPhone. Hopefully this will turn out okay. As you can see over here in this main bed, most of it's done. We've been cleaning it up. Over here we got some of our old peppers growing that are still continuing to grow. Peppers do great in the fall time. But over here is the main side of the bed we've just been planting just a couple of weeks ago, really, and it's grown quite fast because it has been so warm out here. And so we're gonna start harvesting this stuff pretty soon. A lot of this lettuce. We got Swiss chard in the front, and as you can see, the green leaf lettuce, romaine, a lot of romaine here. Then over down on this end here is some Chinese cabbages, nabbit cabbage, bok choys, and then down over here we got some Brussels sprouts and broccoli on this end. And we keep on coming down a little bit farther, we have some kale that we also have started to plant here. So here's what we've got going on in the fall bed. As you can see, this is where we're going to grow most of our fall stuff. Come around on this side of our bed. We're going to let this mostly go dormant over the winter, and probably by December or January we start getting ready for our onions, potatoes, and that kind of thing. So we want to keep this empty because this stuff will be growing for way past that time, and we'll let this grow until it's time for tomatoes over here. So over here in this bed, as you can see, these are our basil forest, what I would call it. We got one plant of each. This is the Genevieve basil and the Thai basil. And I'll tell you what, the bees love this basil. The flowers on here, they have been just going crazy on this basil. And so we're gonna pick this and harvest this all before our first freeze, because once it freezes, this basil will die back. So then you can see our other basil over here. It looks growing very nicely. Around this side, you can see all of our different pepper plants growing. These are jalapenos growing on there, and more jalapenos. And this is our ghost pepper plant, ghost pepper, and they are just loaded. I mean, this thing is just loaded with peppers, as you can see in here. We've picked these several times. I've actually done some what I call pepper dust. I've dehydrated the peppers, ground them up real fine. I'll see if I can find a clip to add into this for y'all to show you that I did a while back. And then we keep on coming along here. These are our habaneros. You can see all the habaneros growing. They're doing very well. These are also very hot pepper. We dehydrated some of those. And then over here, these are mostly our sweet peppers that we have growing. These are the poblanos. They don't ever get very big. I've never had luck with larger size poblanos, but they do grow well. Then here's a lot of more sweet peppers here. You can see here's a pretty big one here and there growing. Looks pretty nice. So these are all different varieties of sweet peppers, and they just continue to grow and grow and grow. Several varieties here. So as you can see, they're coming along very well. Keep on coming this direction. I'll show you. This is a serrano. This thing's so heavy it's falling over. But you can see here's some of the green serranos growing here. And then the more riper turned red, they're fully ripened. Also dehydrated some of those. So there's just a quick look at our peppers that we've been growing for quite a while now, actually, and they're doing excellent. Come around and just show you real quick. This is our herb bed we planted a while back, growing just nicely as well. And then of course this is our asparagus bed. Once it freezes, these asparagus ferns will die back, and we'll cut them back and clean that bed up. All right, let me walk over to this is our GreenStalk GreenStalk garden, container gardening. This is a 5-tier garden that we planted out probably about 2 months ago, and it is growing very well. Let me get in closer and show y'all exactly what all we have growing. On the top here is some kale and red Russian kale here, and I think I put some Swiss chard seeds in there as well. That's on our top row there. And if we come down, this row here is different lettuces that are coming along pretty well. Planted this whole pot from seed probably about 2 months ago now. And we'll go down a little bit longer. This is a whole thing of cilantro. We just planted a whole bunch of cilantro. We use a lot of cilantro here in Texas, and it doesn't take much. You can take quite a bit to use when you use recipes. So we've been chopping this off, as you can see here. Just pull it off and it will continue to grow. And if I go down one more, this is the radishes. I planted a whole bunch of radishes, so they're coming along very nice as well. This thing holds a lot of veggies. Very nice to use this pot in the for the fall gardening. Let me come in here and show you some of the radishes. Maybe you can see them. There they are. So, I mean, these are ready to pick. I'll pick one here and show you. Get it out here. So, radish from our GreenStalk container garden. We've been eating these pretty recently, just now starting to get ready to about the right size to pick. So I'll put this down here and show y'all some more. I got 3 or 4 different varieties of radishes in here, so we'll let those grow. And then down on the bottom row is some beets, and I threw in some carrot seeds. So we'll see how they do as well. They're kind of being shaded from all the top stuff, so hopefully they're getting enough sunlight down there. But as you can see, this thing has worked very nicely for us. I did put a little flat stone on the bottom for the base because we got this flagstone patio and it's not very level, so I kind of leveled it off with that piece of stone there, and that helped out a lot. And yeah, this thing is awesome. As you can see, it is growing well, and they do offer a thing where you can spin it around on the bottom. I may order that, where you can spin it around, rotate it. I haven't rotated this at all, but if you haven't seen my previous video, up top here is where you add the water, and you fill it up, and it just trickles down the water to all the different layers or tiers. So this thing is done well, very nice for us, and that's about all there is for that. So that's our fall garden. We got it going on quite nicely so far. So here's just a bigger overview of our garden. As you can see, if you noticed, I've taken out the fence. I have a little fence around the garden. It's been kind of deteriorating and falling apart, and really no need for us to have it anymore, because we only put that up after the first year or two, because we had rabbits, a lot of wild rabbits in our neighborhood, and they were just mowing down our lettuce. As you can see, we don't have any varmints out here getting in. We just built this fence, you know, several years ago now, holding up well. They can't get in anywhere around the bottom. If anything's going to get in, I have to jump over the fence. But so we don't really need that garden fence anymore, and so I removed it, tried to clean it up, make it a little more kid safe and friendly, so our little one doesn't get in here in this fence and get stuck or something. So there's just a little quick overview of what we got growing on in our garden. We've been pretty busy doing other things out here in our backyard. We've been cleaning up this bed. We're going to plant out some stuff around there, in that bed around our shed. And then of course over here we've been really busy adding this play area for him. We got this from a family member here, this tower area, and we added onto it, put some swings and whatnot. And then we got this free rubber mulch that we got from some people that were trying to get rid of it, and so I decided we'd take it and use it. And it was about 5 truckloads worth of mulch, shoveling it by hand, loading it up, and it was quite a bit of work, but it was free, so you can't beat free. And that's about what we've been working on. Let me come around to the front of the house and show you what we've also done here for some fall garden. Here we've cleaned up this area of our front flower bed, as you can see, and I've planted a whole bunch of Swiss chard up here, and this should really fill in during the winter, and it usually will not die back. We've only had 1 year that the Swiss chard has died back in the winter when we've had a very strong winter. But most usually the winters don't kill the Swiss chard, so I'm not too worried about that. And then we planted some rosemary again over here. We used to have some back in the day, so that's just a little bit what we got going on in the front flower beds. A whole bunch of Swiss chard planted, and these we got this in the 9-packs at Home Depot. So if you ever can find the 9-packs, it's a steal of a deal, really, compared to buying a single plant at a nursery. I like to try to get transplants because I don't really have the time, working as much as we do and playing with our little boy, to really start a lot of stuff. But if you can find a deal in the 9-packs, highly recommend it. Alright, so there's our garden in a nutshell. You can see we still using that weed fabric. If you have never grown a fall garden, I highly recommend you growing a fall garden, especially if you're in North Texas like we are. It is so much easier to grow a fall vegetable garden, a lot less weeds, pests, any kind of issues you've ever had in the spring and summer. You most definitely will not have it, especially with a lot less watering and pests. I don't have any pest problems. Watering, much less. The weeds are very minimal, if any, in the wintertime. And if you do the weed fabric like we've been doing, as you can see, it's almost a zero maintenance garden. We just come out and pick what we want for dinner that night, and that's about it. So thanks for watching. Make it a great day.